Hello, good evening, good afternoon, good morning, good night. Welcome to Sunday Night Trucking. I hope you've all had a splendid Sunday.
Aye, aye, aye.
And if you're in Australia, happy Monday.
Happy anniversary.
Is that right? Is it Monday in Australia? Probably. Thank you for the AV check. I assume you can hear me. Right where we left off last week, exactly fire by trial. The only thing I've done is updated a few of the Jazzy Cat mods. We've got plenty more to drive around Mexico.
Aye, aye, aye.
It's Monday and also. I knew it. I knew it. Man's 2034, thank you for 500 bits. V8 Scania, I am well, thank you. Vinkler, welcome back. Michael Pierce, 18-month hype. It's a nice truck, this. Sadru, 31 months. Kieran Quinn, 29. I subbed last week, but apparently I can share it this week.
Happy anniversary.
An anonymous cheerer, thank you for 200 bits. Won't be able to watch that, Whiteland. Heroic Spartan with half a year. Gamer J, welcome back. Cav TD with 4 months already. Keep on trucking. I sound a lot better, Sharpie. It's slowly clearing out of my nose. But you've probably noticed in the video I put out this week, I sounded so ridiculous. What can I do, though? Tell me you have a Factorio-style skin to continue the addiction. LOL. Actually, Paulie was in touch about what truck I'm going to drive. I don't know if he's doing anything. Factorio skin would be funny. Hooch, welcome back. NASCAR fan, 38 months. Nordic Night Fury with 2 years. Happy anniversary, Nordic. Good afternoon, Network. Tyler Han, 32. Official James, 3.5 years. Love the new intro. ED John, welcome back. Phased out with a bullseye 50.
Happy anniversary. Natter.
Good evening, Floating Fatman. Seminators with 38. Dennis Torre with 7. A brown Peterbilt hype. What's wrong with it?
Happy anniversary.
Looks lovely.
Natter.
It's all shiny. You love brown, it's your favourite colour.
Welcome back.
It's a colour of chocolate. Bullhorns as well, oh yeah. What's with all the weird animal sounds? Pigs, shut up! There you go.
Happy anniversary.
Haven't been here in a while. Hey Channelson, welcome back. Produce this, welcome back. Right, let's have a look at the map. Let's see where we are. We are in Compostela.
Natter.
Compostela. This is where they make compost, by the way. This is exported all around the world. World famous compost is made here in Compostela. That story may or may not be true. We need to head eastbound and down.
Natter.
I'd like to make it over to here. Tamazonchale and Zilitla. Go this way. That's where we're going to go. So we need to go like that way.
Happy anniversary.
Go that way, that way, that way, that way. Something like that. We'll make it up as we go along. I think for now, though, I'd like to drive through... Maybe drive through here. So we'll probably get a job up there and then route that way and take a bit longer. So many movie quotes.
Happy anniversary. Natter.
So we get logs. Yeah. Yeah. None of those jobs are favourable. In that case, we're going to bobtail it down the road.
Welcome back. Natter.
Produce this, welcome back. Mustang with nearly 40 months. And it looks like a sub-bomb from Matt Snell 77, who I think has gifted 2 lots of 4 subs. Is that right? I didn't even know you could do that. Matt Snell, thank you for making at least 8 people very happy with 8 subs gifted. And don't forget to thank him if you got gifted a sub. Let's drive down here and see. Let's get some fuel, actually. Let's drive there and get some fuel. That'll do. What is the arm at the side of you? That's my right arm. I also have another one on the left side. That's a left arm. I have 2. They're very handy. They let me steer. PS4 Gamer, thank you for 640 bits. Keep up the great work. Thank you for the support, PS4 Gamer. Mr. Whiteland. 200 bits. It's going to take a while, Whiteland. There it is. Thank you, Mr. Whiteland. I have 2 arms. I'm twice as good as a 1-arm bandit. Let's see. Let's turn around.
Welcome to the Nut House.
We're not using an own trailer, are we? No, we're not. I'm not as armless as I thought I was. Exactly.
I got a bad feeling about this.
Wait, what, mans? What have you got a bad feeling about? It's a weird drop-off point right on the entrance. You know what? I only vaguely remember driving down this dirt road. Were you playing ATM? No, I've not played ATSMP since the last time I convoyed it. If you see somebody called Squirrel in the MP, it's not me. Ooh, a cat concrete mixer. Whoa, show-offs. Scumbag show-offs. I say AI cars. I presume they came from the Jazzy Cat pack. Stay there, pal. Stay there. Easy for ends, Whiteland. Thank you for 264 bits.
Happy anniversary.
I cannot hear you at all. Well, I can't reply to you then, can I?
Oh, yeah.
Anonymous Cheerer, thank you for 200 bits. .37 speed limit down here. Mr. Zenam, will you be eating cake this evening? I have no idea, Zenam, if I'll be eating cake. Why? Good afternoon, Bandita. Merlin, thanks for 4.
Oh, yeah.
Happy anniversary. Nutter.
V8 Scania, good evening. Mr. Mub, thanks for 33 months. 27-month hype, glad you're well. Thank you, Mr. Mub. Getting there, bro, getting there. Because I always eat cake. Listen, if your missus brought you cake, chopped up into small pieces for your eating pleasure, would you A, eat it, or B, refuse it and tell her to take it back? Exactly. You'd A, eat it. That's exactly what you'd do. And if you don't say A, you're a liar. Looks like it's going to rain. Oh, it's raining. What a surprise. Thank you for 34 months, Kieran. SNT is a lie. You're correct. Man's 2034. Thank you for the biddies. Are those lights actually on? They just don't feel like... No, they are on. They're not very good. They're not very good lights at all. 30 Killer, thank you for gifting a sub to Make Makia. Maybe out of the town now. Some nasty weather. Oh, Leaper, welcome back. Right, let's nip into the fuel station and see what jobs we've got out of here. Jack Garrett, welcome back. I have a similar face as you. Okay. I can't say I'm happy for you, Eric. Alrighty then. Break. Why not? Oh, yeah. How many hours do you have on ATS? I don't know. I'll have to look on Steam. Dairy Lad, thank you for 20 months. Right, let's see what we got out of here. Mr. Jens, good evening. Thank you for 7 months. Up to many more. Thanks, Jens. Right, oh, got a few more jobs. That's more like it. 20-ton striker. All these are going in the wrong direction. Right, just the one job. And it's going where we want it to go. Ceylon Wolf, welcome back. Nope, no config. Right market, take job. Just drive already, lol. No problem, Lone Wolf. Flickery texture, hype. Config.exe has stopped working. Welcome back, lol Bob. Not happy about that. Guys, it's not floating, it's sat on a piece of chrome, so it looks like it is. The heck? What's wrong with that then? Picky much? Not quite, mans. That wasn't quite like a glove. Your PC can't handle ATS that well, Eric. You could try dialing some settings down. Yeah, look, if you look at that, it's not actually floating the bullhorn. It's sat on a chrome strip. So it looks like it is. But in actual fact, the paint on the bonnet stops, hits the strip, it's sat on the strip. It's not floating. Okay, let's have a look at the routing. Let's see where we're going. So we're going to go out here, turn right, go up that east road there. We're going to go through Tepic. It was almost an epic town, was Tepic, but somebody put a T on the front. So we're going to go through Tepic. There's a twisty road there that we've not been down, but we'll have to miss that for now. And then we go into this utter chaos. Takes us to here. And then we're going to head out and go eastbound that way. Shanburi. Thank you for the delivery, Shanburi. This AI is not going to back off. I'm just going to have to stick my nose out. Where are we? Mexico. Producer says 8 months, started by LGV driving this year. Started the practical on the 28th, so fingers crossed. I pass on Tuesday. After playing for the past few years, I decided I should have a crack at the real thing. Keep up the most enjoyable content. Dude, best of luck with your exam. Tell us about it next week. There's something about the rain in this game that makes it better for you. We're driving a mod. It's Viper. Viper's the mod author, I think. It's a Viper's Peterbilt mod. It's in the mod spreadsheet if you want it. What's the speed limit here? I don't know what the speed limit is. V8 Scania. Is this map a mod? Yes. It's actually, if you look at the mod spreadsheet, it'll give you a link to the forum post, and it's actually a collection of 3 mods that you need to download. It's Viva Mexico, Mexico Extreme, and Mexuscan, I think it is, something like that. But the forum post link will give you the links to everything, and it basically extends down here from America, comes down south that way. We've done that lot before, but we're looking around. This is where all the new roads are. And the Viva, the Extreme map does actually have some extreme places in it, which are quite fun. There is a mod called Canada Dream that takes you into Canada, I believe. But I don't know how good it is. It's been a while since I looked at that one. Drinking and driving, tut tut. Bang. I know you drove into a police car then because I'm looking at Mrs. Squirrel because she's shuffling around. What's up? I don't know if Coast to Coast goes into Canada though, MJ. As my PPL, I finished it in October. Yeah, it looks like some of the speed limits on the road aren't declared properly. Oh god. Coast to Coast is USA only. Oh, that's coffee, I don't want coffee. She's brought me a coffee. 1 second. Let me pause this and see if I can text the missus. She's brought me I mean, how ridiculous is this? She's brought me a massive mug of coffee in a Yorkshire tea. I mean, if that's not deception, that should not be allowed. Imagine serving somebody a cup of tea, Yorkshire tea, in a Starbucks mug. Outrageous. Blasphemy. Exactly, blasphemy. Bob, do you still drink Spezzy? I do. I've got some cans of it left. Picky. No, I actually don't fancy any coffee right now. Traffic right, welcome back. This mug is incompatible with tea. Yeah, Rob White, she knows I'm only messing about. I just don't fancy coffee right now. It's kind of her to deliver refreshments in the first place. I don't disagree. Battery H, 28 months down, many more to go. Thanks to all the community. Thank you very much. Thank you, dear. Have you seen Plane Mechanic Simulator? Yes. I took one look at it and stayed away from it. Mr. Van Blue, thank you for 6 months. Yummy. I like that place. Yummy. It's quite nice around it. I'm driving through all this scenery that I've not seen. Murder Shy. You helped me further my life goal of getting my CDL. Hang on. And I have to thank you, plus I can't look at ATS the same now that I have a CDL. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? I don't know. N10 SC Capricorn, 52 months. Where has time gone? I don't know, man. It disappears fast. How much longer after the stream was you playing Factorio? About 10 minutes. Just, I think Whiteland and Tom wanted to sort of just tidy some bits up. So yeah, I didn't carry on very much. This is weird. Look at the way they do things around here. They put these like raised yellow blocks. And then don't give you enough like, what is the point of that? It basically means that if you want to go left, and they've got a left filter lane, you're completely stuck. Look, I can go left now, but if a couple of cars behind me want to go straight on, they're going to block anybody else from going left, because there's no filter lane. What? What? It was on green? You've got to be kidding me. You got Factorio after watching me play, you want your life back. I told you not to buy it. I said don't buy it. Well, I like this tree-lined road. This is quite nice. Ninja SB, thank you for 23 months. Just come back from a one ski trip. Beautiful scenery down in Italy and France. 1 month off a year. Yeah, it's nice round though. Very mountainous and nice. Like this road. You spent the last few hours setting up the main bus in Factorio. What if I told you that I woke up this morning with plans of how to redo the main bus in the map we was playing? Well, my brain had been dreaming about it all night. Factorio, you don't see the attraction. Honestly, if you play it, you'll understand.
Oh, yeah.
It's when you play it that you really start to get addicted. Yeah, Bob, I've always done that with games. I've always done that with games. If I play a game all day, when I go to sleep, my brain just dreams about it. And then I wake up the next day with, like, new ways of doing things. It's always done that. I can remember countless hours of Transport Tycoon, Total Annihilation, just loads of games, and my brain just kind of thinks about it. Plymouth Reliance. Paul, I was thinking of getting an Omega chair. Are they still comfortable to sit on? The cushioning on my chair is gone, and it's not comfortable to sit on anymore. Plymouth, when I first got this, it was very, very comfortable, but after years of sitting on it for many, many, many hours, the main seat is a bit squished, and it could do with some, like, I don't know, responging, I guess. So I think it's true that, like, no matter what chair you get, it is going to give after a while. Things do wear down, but they are comfortable when they're new. Blimey, I think we're in a gorge. Look at this. KSB. Yeah, I played KSB for quite a few hours in the beginning. Early access KSP was amazing. I think as they added, this is weird, as they added Kerbals, no, it wasn't really Kerbals that did it for me. As they started to add the science kind of career side of the game, I started to play it less. When it was sandbox, I really enjoyed it. It's weird. I don't quite understand it, but when it started to have these Kerbals going, I just stopped playing it.
Oh, yeah.
And I can't explain why. Welcome back, Mad Trucker. Maxwell, will you drink tea from a coffee mug? This is tea in a tea mug. That's how it should be. You only play career? I don't know, I can't explain it, Bigfoot. Like I said. 80 limit with 10 speed bumps after each other. I was thinking the same thing, Jins. You came down that hill and there was like loads of speed bumps. And like an 80 limit, which would just shatter your suspension. Okay. Right, to Jesus Maria. Why are you staying away from Train Sim World? So what now? Okay. I guess that's a map bug. I'm actually stuck on scenery here. I think it's down the right side, maybe. Yeah, I'm actually driving through some invisible stuff. Okay, let's try just porting forward a little bit. Nope, that's just destroyed the truck. Okay, that's completely wrecked the truck. Whatever invisible thing is there, I just spawned into it. And it's just completely broke the truck. Oh my god, look at that stat. I wonder if it's done an auto load from like a minute ago. 1738. It's like 4 minutes ago, isn't it? Try that. So as I turn off for the sign saying Jesus Maria, there's like some invisible thing on the slip road. Peasy, hoping to do that next week. Yeah, it's that bit there. It's that section of road. That's the problem. Train Sim World is... I don't like the format of Train Sim World. I preferred the way they did Train Simulator. Like, the way they seem to have done Train Sim World is, let's build this kind of base engine, and then we'll drop a DLC, and each DLC will basically be a route with one or two locos and a timetable. And there's not even any kind of career missions. The things are not connected together. Like, I wanted a train simulator that were, you know, you could start to build an entire country out, if you like, and have real schedules like with OMSI, but for trains. I kind of wanted something else, really. And it just feels like the DLCs are very... I know they're all set in a different location and stuff, but they're very structured like the same. You pretty much know what you're going to get, and they're all like £20 each or something. Which is like... I don't know. It's like the price of Factorio. And nobody is going to get the same playability out of a Train Sim DLC as they are out of a game like Factorio. Are they? So it's not like the price correctly either. They should probably be like £10, but I don't know. It's those things added up, I think, is the reason why I'm just kind of not bothering. I think I'd rather just wait for somebody else to do it better. That's just me. Sebel7, Bullseye 50 months. I'm kind of hopeful that Derail Valley will build a good product. That's what I'm hopeful for. It's like the first train sim that's come along for a while for me that's kind of filled me with hope. I always say. I was very hopeful for Train Sim World, but I just don't like the way they've gone about things. It's just become DLC-tastic, and the DLC is just disconnected, repetitive stuff. Which is the reason I don't play Plane Simulator either, because it's just a repetitive game based on car mechanics sim, but with planes. It's the same thing, isn't it? It's like, screw this in, unscrew that. Screw that in, unscrew that. Yeah, okay. LC Mortensen, thank you for 15 months. Right, here's the slip road. Well, they talked about mod support from the very beginning. And here we are, how many years later? We have no multiplayer and no mod support. So you have to wait for months on end until the new DLC comes out. Right, here's the slip road, one sec. I need to not smash into this. It may just be like a giant wall that I can't actually go past. There it is. Yeah, it's like an entire wall right there. So I'll have to... I'm going to teleport way past it. Like maybe here. There we go. And then we'll continue our journey. Does that work, Captain Flip? Aren't all games repetitive, Rob M? In what way, Rob M, are they all repetitive? If you get a game like RimWorld or Factorio or Skylines, like, although the mechanics don't change, every time you play it, you have a completely different experience. So I don't think that that's the definition of repetitive. I mean, you can argue the same for, like, if you play a game of, I don't know, Call of Duty or Apex or something like that, is it repetitive? I don't think so. But if you play a Train Sim DLC and start at the station at the same time of day, nothing changes. It's the definition of repetitive. Because trains are repetitive, aren't they? They're built to a schedule. Oh, I see, Captain Flint. That would actually show us the box. Got ya. Train Sim may have its bugs and it's incredibly frustrating, but at least it's engaging, unlike Train Sim World. I like Train Simulator's career mode. Like, you had different scenarios and they would have different levels of difficulty and they wouldn't be repetitive. Some of them were quite different. Train Sim World DLC, £40 again on Steam. What? £40? Do I use Track IR? Nope. Well, HST, that is actually true. The original still has plenty of DLC. Snookerman, thank you for two years of support, Snookerman. And Religal, thanks for 38. This is a bit sharp. Insurgency Sandstorm. Yeah. I can understand why it's got mixed reviews. It's not because the game isn't great. It is. It's because of people's expectations. Like, the experience you have in that game largely depends on if you play with people and if you play on, like, just a random pub server or play on a server where people are a bit more organized. So it's not necessarily bad on the game, it's just bad on people's experience is what they're writing about usually. Derail Valley seems better than Train Sim World. I think it's too early to call that. Like, Derail Valley is still very, very early days.
Ay, 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 ay.
Mans 2034. Time for one more. Thank you for the 200 bits, Mans. Oh, Derail has definitely got potential. So what you've got with Derail is you've got a small team, which means there's only so much they can do. But you've got a dev that, like, wants to listen and be engaged. So that's, you know, usually a good thing. It's Suburban. Thank you for 37. This is a bit of a climb. Like Factorio. Factorio, I don't know what the size of the Factorio team is these days. Like Factorio years ago when they were just getting going, I guess. Factorio has one of the most productive development teams I've ever known. They're unbelievable, those guys. They are like machines. Hey, past that. What is Factorio, my trucker? It's like a logistics production game where you have to, like, you land on a planet, you generate the planet yourself using, like, different sliders and things. You generate resources and enemies and stuff like that. A bit like you do with RimWorld, I guess. And you land on the planet and you basically have to build a rocket and get off. That's your goal. To do it, you need to mechanize. You need to create production chains. You need to convert resources into metals and research new technologies and things like that. It's all about logistics and production. Getting machines to build things for you. It's very, very addictive. And you can play it with a lot of friends. Like, you could play with 100 friends if you had 100 friends. Wanzimus, thank you for 43 months. Baz, I've got to get you addicted, mate. I've got to get you playing it, Baz. For a guy that loves designing, like, junctions in skylines, you know, the idea that you would want to design logistic operations, I think, like, you've got the mind that wants to do that, Baz, and you know it. This is a nighttime climbing, look at this. Exactly. Supernova. Exactly. Transport Fever's come a long way. I would like to try it again. I just don't know if I've got the time. It did have a lot of shortcomings when I did try it a few years ago. Oh, Baz, don't be so boring installing AI aircraft and not playing Factorio. Really? Get your priorities straight. Factorio for the nut house would be interesting. I don't know how that would work out, Cool Tiger. Let's say 30 or 40 people joined the server, all with kind of different ideas about how to build factories and different skill levels. What kind of carnage do you think would ensue? I mean, how do you coordinate that many people? Papa Reagan, welcome back. Carl Downsy, welcome back. It sounds good on paper, but in practice, I think so. It's more fun to watch if they caused a bit of carnage. Oh yeah. If you could get, I don't know, let's say you could get 16 people who knew the game pretty well, and then see how quickly you could put a rocket together. That would be an interesting challenge. 16 people could just about coordinate, I reckon, if you split into little teams. Like somebody focuses on research, somebody focuses on gathering the resources and the refineries, somebody focuses on production chains, somebody focuses on military defense and stuff, raid parties. Like that could probably work, but just getting 40 people in a server probably wouldn't. But what I wouldn't want to happen is you get that many people in and arguments break out. That's what I would want to avoid, is just people arguing about the ways to build things. Like, you're there for fun at the end of the day. You don't want to do things where people start arguing.
Happy anniversary.
Matt Trucker, goodbye. Ray Arsenal, thank you for 21. Oh, we're climbing again. Simulators are life. Lol. Look at the traffic queue behind me. They're not happy. Just because you sub does not mean you've thought of causing trouble in the game. It's true, Yorak. It's true. The theory is that if you pick subs, they're more likely not to cause trouble. That's the theory. Than just random people. Yeah, that's the theory. Your chances of a successful outcome increase. Zolta. Have some bits. I'm in bed with a cold. Oh no, dude. I'm just about getting over mine. Mrs. Arsenic, how are you doing? How are you doing? Are you well? Are you going to have a Monday morning McDonald's, Mrs. Arsenic? Are you going to stream it like the old days? Monday morning, heading to work outside of McDonald's. Carl Downsy, thank you for 28 months. Tonight in New York City, we get a winter storm up to 4 to 8 inches of snow. Whoa. That's insane. You're thinking of resurrecting those McDonald's streams? You should. They were always fun. Sat in your car before work, having breakfast. We could give it a practice, Hibbs. We could possibly do something on a yacht. Maybe we could do something for yachts weekend. It's called procrastinating. Yep. It's a funny thing, but I've not seen much snow this winter at all down near London. Just nothing this year. Hoping to go skiing at the end of the month. Ooh, I didn't know you went skiing.
Welcome back, Nata.
It's raining outside quite a lot. Welcome back by Jokesy. You haven't been for 4 years. I've never been skiing. It's just one of those things that I've never done.
Welcome to the Nut House.
Alpine Simon, thank you for subbing. Welcome to the Nut House, Alpine. Thanks for your support.
Aye, aye, aye.
Yeah, hope he didn't learn till he was 40 and now he loved it. Interesting. The thing is with skiing, I guess, the trick is to get off the learner slopes as quickly as possible. Because if bad things are going to happen, it's going to be on the learner slopes, isn't it? Mans 2034 one-up time. Thank you very much, Mans. Appreciate the support with the bits, though. So skiing is like iRacing. Exactly. You've got to get out of that rookie league. As you get older, you lose your nerve. Oh, yeah. It's always the crazy kiddies smashing into you. That's what you've got to watch for.